Hey everyone, this is Neil here on the Wasted Paper channel, bringing you another fountain pen review. This time we're looking at a pen from Leonardo. It is a Hatch collaboration, which means a creative was involved in collaborating with the Hatch team and Leonardo. This is one I showed recently on my last live stream and on a vlog that I did recently. It's a collaboration with Julia here, and if you're not familiar with her, I gave her a shout out in that video also. Going straight into the details, you have this sleeve that is actually designed by Julia herself. So it has all sorts of different love themes. This is actually them right there. How cool is that? And right here on the back, you can see a small summary of the story. Underneath the sleeve, you have their traditional Magico style box, and then the normal Leonardo box on the inside. For those of you that follow my channel, if you haven't seen this booklet, it comes with all their pens. It's their international guarantee, and then it just has some other context about the brand and how to use stuff. Something I will call out right away is the model itself. Julia went with the Magico, and I've kind of noticed that Leonardo doesn't really release a lot of Magicos. I'm not totally sure why that is. I know that the Memento Zero is by far the most popular, but this has some nice things that's exclusive to it that I think really make it stand out. One last little touch, every one of these pens does come with a charm. It's a nice thing Leonardo does that they just don't have to include, but I always like when they do it. I mean, straight out the gate, it has a very unique look. I definitely get like the vanilla frappuccino from Starbucks vibe. Maybe you don't share that, but I definitely feel that here. And one of the details that makes this pen so unique is this blank. The blank is made by Luke from Papa J Studios, and it actually has pieces of Julia's bouquet in it. That's what those little specks are. It's all part of the ground up flowers put into this blank. Super unique, and what a cool way to incorporate something into a blank. For those of you not familiar with the Magico model, it has the pointed top and bottom finial you're used to seeing on the Memento Zero. The same clip, a different band. This one is a geometric band that actually has cutouts so you can see the blank underneath. And then this was a limited edition release, so they made 82 of these pens. I have number 63. Next detail on here is this cap does feature the step down you're used to seeing on the Grande version of the Leonardos. Here's just an example for you to see what I'm talking about. And the first difference from this and the Memento Zero is normally the cap meets the body seamlessly, or at least at the same diameter. This one has a bigger cap. So you'll follow the body down, it has a slight taper at the end, and then you have your knob right here, which is another difference because the normal Memento Zero, this is a blind cap. On here, it's actually a piston knob. The pen uncaps in one full rotation. On the inside of the cap, we have a step down in the material. It's pretty standard for Leonardo to do this. It helps seal your nib a little bit tighter in there to prevent dry out. And then another difference from the Memento Zero, we have an ink window, and it's integrated pretty seamlessly. It's about the same diameter. You almost don't feel the transition. That's done really, really well. After the ink window, you have your threads, which are pretty smooth to the touch. Then you have your grip section right here. This grip reminds me a lot of the newer Fiore grip. It feels the same, so if you're familiar with that, you'll know how this is, but I would say it's going to accommodate most hands. I like it because it's not pinched. It's fairly medium size, so it works really well for my hand. And lastly, there's a tiny flare out at the end of that grip, just to keep you from falling forward. The nib on this pen is going to be the La Fenice nib. This is a steel nib, and I went with a medium, and all of the La Fenice nibs are paired with a plastic feet. And for those of you curious if the pen posts, it does post, and I would say it posts extremely securely. That cap is not going anywhere. It's a little bit long, in my opinion, for how it feels posted, but I would say you could get away with it. It doesn't have really any weight up here because it's just mostly material, but personally, I like this pen unposted. Julia does have her own collaboration ink with Robert Oster. That is called Loveletter. It does come with this pen, and it fits it perfectly. But I haven't got to ink anything up with pink in a while, and I really want an excuse to use my favorite pink ink. This is Rabbit God from Lennon Toolbar. I just love this ink, and I'm excited to use it again. And if you don't know this by now, my paper of choice is going to be my B7 Tranex notebook from the Paper Mine, and this cover is a leather cover from Long Road Leather. Links for everything I've talked about and shown in this video will be in the description down below. me this pink doesn't look so good with this pen. I just love this pink, and getting to use it again after so long, just, ugh, I love it. But the writing sample. Overall, I've praised the La Fenice nib probably 30, 40 times on my channel. I really like how Leonardo's steel nibs function and write and perform. This one's no different. The writing's mostly smooth. You don't really get much in the way of line variation. You can spread the tines to get more ink, but it's not really giving you any sort of variation. The feed keeps up just fine with fast writing, and it does write under its own weight. I've said it a million times in the past, but I really like the La Fenice nibs. When it comes to the size comparison, we have a Lamy Safari, and then I actually grabbed a Memento Zero instead of my Custom 823, just for those curious how those pens, match up with each other. When they're side by side, I'm actually a bit surprised here. It looks like the Magico is the longest one here. It's a very tiny bit, but I think it might be due to having that ink window. It probably just makes it the tiniest bit longer to give you a better reservoir size in there. Once they're uncapped, that seems to change just a little bit. It looks like, if I was to make this even, it's about the exact same length as the Lamy Safari uncapped. And lastly, when it comes to posting, it is still the biggest pen here. I will say, and you can see it right here, it does post deeper than the Memento Zero. So like I said, if you like posting this, or if you want to post your pen, the Magico definitely does it better than the Memento Zero, and I would say it's probably going to accommodate most people. When it comes to price, this pen unfortunately is sold out. It did sell out, I think, that first day. I'm not 100% sure if it was the first day or the second day, but it sold out very fast. Julia is very popular, and this pen just has such a good story, which I haven't touched on much. I really want to clarify. I'm going to link her video to this pen in the description down below, but that story is so good, and really it's only told from her. I could try, but it's not going to be nearly as impactful as coming directly from the person, so
check that out.
What this pen did retail for was $325, and it came with her ink, which that ink will be restocked, Endless Pen said. If you use anybody's affiliate discount code, it saved 10%, so it was closer to like $295, something like that. I don't remember exactly. But as for my pros and cons of this pen, I'm going to really struggle with cons here. I'll be honest with you, I just don't know that there's anything I don't like about this. The Magico does cost a decent amount more than the Memento Zero, but I mean, it's because you get the ink window and the integrated piston. The normal Memento Zero has a cartridge converter, so I mean, it does kind of justify itself. I love the geometric band they chose to go with on here. It's a nice way to actually fit the numbering without destroying your whole design here. I think that fits really well. The blank, I've said it a bunch. Luke's become super big, it feels like, over the last year, and getting his blank to be so properly showcased on this Leonardo just, it's great, honestly. It's really, really good. I don't know. I really, like, this is one of the few videos I have where I just don't really have complaints. I'm really happy with this. I really like Julia. If you like her, I mean, obviously this is going to be even more special to you. I got to meet her back in San Francisco last year. We took some pictures together, and we actually ended up talking quite a bit at that event. So I'm super happy. I honestly, I think the sleeve even, I mean, she killed this. I love it. I wish I had more to say beyond praise, but it's a great collaboration. This made the Magico really stand out to me and actually made me like this model even more. It's so good to put a spotlight on the less popular models from brands that you love. All that being said, if you like this video, please hit the like button. If you want to see more content like this, please hit that subscribe button. And if you hit that bell notification, you'll be notified every single time I upload a new video. And as always, thank you for watching. I upload a new video, and as always, thank you for watching. Why did that happen?